How I almost missed my exam in school, which would have led to me having an extra year. Let's plan together while I tell you an interesting story of mine of how I almost missed my exam in school, which would have led to me having an extra year. So before we go in, I got this professional blades. It's written professional eyebrow blade, but I'll be using it on my face. I got it for 1.5, and I'll be using this aloe vera gel, then just my cotton pad and a sterilizer, because I like to sterilize the blade. This is like a spirit for to sterilize the blade. So let's go in. So before I start, if you don't really know me, my name is Francisca. You can call me with Jane Franca, and this is my YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe. Yes, subscribe and always drop a comment so that we can grow together. How am I going to open this? Okay, I think I figured it out. So let me go straight into the gist. I'll be using this one first. Let me go straight into the gist of how I almost missed my exam. So I actually started with the Polytechnic before moving to university. I actually did direct entry from a Polytechnic to university. So in Poly, you have like ND and HND. So during my ND days, we have ND1 and ND2. So during my ND2 days, I was supposed to write an exam, a 6 credit unit course exam. And one thing about Polytechnic is your ND2 and HND2, any exam you fail, you are going to have like an extra year to pay an extra school fees. That was the greatest fear of anyone going to a Polytechnic, ND2 and HND2. So during my ND2 days, I had a particular course. Before I go deeply into the story, in this life, in anything you do, make sure you have like someone that have gone through that process that you're in communication with. Why I'm saying this is because I did my ND1, ND2 without no guidance at all, because I was planning to do a direct entry. Yeah, most people knew I was planning for a direct entry, but I was figuring everything myself. I had no one actually guiding me. So I was supposed to like apply for direct entry immediately my ND2. That's the right path with an awaiting result. But I went for my 1 year IT industrial training after my ND2 before applying for direct entry. So that took me about 3 years before going for direct entry and starting for 200 level. I actually got to discover about this from a friend who actually did direct entry, but she didn't wait. She didn't go for IT. During that period of IT, she already applied for direct entry. So that's why in this life, anything you're doing, should I say have a mentor or have someone that have gone through that same process that will actually guide you through the right path. It will make things easier for you, way lot easier for you. So let's go back to my story. I think I need to change my position so I'll be able to see my face on the mirror so I don't cut my face. So I had to change my position to this place. I don't know if you guys can see me, but we'll be using this side part because I don't need to cut my face. So before I dive into the remaining part of the story, I'll be using this gel just to put on the face before going into just removing the extra hair on my face. I'm actually filming with a natural light. My light is quite down, so I'm using natural light to film this particular vlog. So let's just go in. So during my Polytechnic days, I don't know if I should call it uni, but during my Polytechnic days, before I move in, I need to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I actually went to wash my hands and my face before we go in to eat deeply. So let me go into my story. So during my Polytechnic days, I actually go for extra studies before my exams. Yes, I go for extra studies before my exams. I'll just use aloe vera gel to sort my face out before going in with removing the extra hair. So I actually go for extra studies at night. They call it ninth class. Yeah, they call it ninth class. We call it ninth class then. So on this fateful day, I was having an exam, a 6 unit course. There are some courses that maybe if you have an extra If they have a carryover, you can waive it. Not really waive it, they'll give you a D just for you to just cross over and graduate. That basically, I heard it was basically more of departmental courses. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But that was what I heard. But this particular course that I almost missed was not a departmental course. It was like a school course, like it was compulsory for almost all departments. So it's actually EED. Was it EED or EEC? It was entrepreneurship. And it was a 6 unit course, or should I say, was it 4 or 6? But it was one of our highest unit course. And you know what it is when you feel a high unit course going to drag your GPA down. When you feel a high unit course, you're going to go down deep. So for high unit course, what you should be targeting is an A or a B. So this particular exam, I do go for ninth classes. So I went for this particular ninth class. During my ND1, I actually stayed alone. I did not have a roommate. So my ND2, I decided to have a roommate just to have that experience. So I went for ninth class, and my roommate was home. So also I forgot to chip this in poly. We actually have two sections, the morning and the evening program. So I was going for morning section while my roommate was an evening student. I was a morning student while my roommate was an evening student. So our exams never clashes, and I was in ND2 while my roommate was in ND1. Yes. So I actually went for an extra study. The one I had just tried off. I had a 2 break and then to attend to something. So I actually went for night study, and while my roommate was home. So while she was home, I went for night study. So that particular night study, I do come back around 5, but I think that day I left early, that I should go home, rest a little before my exam. So because there were like two set of guys, they were going my direction. So I decided to follow them after study. I really studied for the exam. Like I really studied for the exam because I study more for things that I'm not so good with, because the textbook was very big. I just needed to study. So I studied for that exam. While going home, I was telling the guys that something is telling me that I might miss this exam I just finished studying for. And they were like, I shouldn't. Whoops, this thing just went off. Let me fix it. I think you can remove it. And they were like, I shouldn't think about that. I won't miss my exam. I should go home, bathe first, then dress up. 1 minute. That I should go home. Should you just use on that one? Okay, I think I fixed it. That I should go home, bathe first, then prepare for my exam. And I should not sleep that much. So I actually went home. I got home. I bathed. I dressed. I actually put noodles on fire to boil while I take a little nap. This particular nap, I was not even lying down fully on my phone. I just put my head on my phone because my phone was on the floor and my legs were on the ground so that I won't sleep so much. My roommate was actually around. So I put noodles on fire, and guess what? I slept off. And the worst thing was that I had low batteries and my phone was down. Then when I woke up, my noodles was already boiling. I don't even know where my roommate went, but she was around because her exams were evening and mine was morning. She was around. That was what I knew. So I slept off. When I woke up, I met a burning noodles on fire. So I just rushed to eat the noodles. Did I even eat the noodles? I don't think I ate that noodles. I can't really remember what happened to that noodles. So I just woke up and I asked her to check time for me. She told me the time and I screamed. I think it was already 9 o'clock or 10 and my exam was supposed to be 8. We do have early morning exam, like 8, 8:30 then. And I think it was already 9 or 10 and I think I was 1 hour late for my exam. I had no cash on me. This bad habit is not now. I barely have cash on me. I don't even know where I got 200. I had to go to my friend's room to get money for bike, screaming and shouting that I'm missing my exam. My phone was down. Properly, my friends in class, my classmates, they've tried reaching out to me several times, but my phone was not going. So I just had to rush. I didn't know if I should start crying or just give up on that exam because I was way late. I was like 1 hour plus late. I think that exam was meant to be for 2 hours or 1 hour 30 minutes. Then I took bike and rushed to class. I got to the exam hall. You won't believe what happened. I got to the exam hall. Everyone was looking at me. They couldn't talk because they were writing exam. So I told the examiner, it was actually the owner of the course that was handling my department. I told him that I'm for the exam. This man did not answer me. Oh. This man will happen Ghana so he left me and went to the back of the exam hall to go and stand. Like making me feel like what am I doing here? And he's not going to attend to me. I didn't talk. I just started praying in my mind and I was so angry because he wasn't even doing as if he was going to give me the exam script to at least see what I can do in the many minutes. I knew I was late, but just give me the script to write my name and see what I can do. This man delayed me for like some minutes before he now came to where I was. I don't even know if someone else spoke to him. One of my classmates stood up to tell him that in this department or something. I can't really remember that scene, but I know this man delayed me despite coming late. He now finally gave me the exam script and I went to sit to write my exam. You won't believe this. I was writing this exam, writing everything I know very fast. And the person close to me was still trying to copy what I was writing. Like, who was the person trying to copy? Tell me. You've been in the exam hall for like 1 hour plus, and I'm just coming in. I am just coming in. And you want to copy what I'm writing. I finished with what I was doing basically. The question had 1A, 1B, 1C, all those kind of questions. So I just go to the question, anyone I can easily remember, I do that one, then move my page to the next one, then answer. That was what I was doing. So maybe he saw me writing very well in one particular section and he wanted me to wait for him to copy before I move on. Like if it's you, will you actually wait for him to copy when you were already late? I was so upset. I just wrote what I knew before it was time up and I submitted. I thought I was going to have an F in that course because it was a 3 units or 6 units. 3 units course, a very high units course, and having an F in that course would actually mean I'm paying an extra school fees. After the exam, my colleagues were like, "What happened? We've been trying to reach you. We've been trying to reach you. Your phone was not connecting." And my house wasn't even that far. They were like, they even wanted to come to my house or reach to my room, but they did not even have my roommate's number. They were like, "Where did you go to?" I said, "I went for 9 class and I slept off in the morning." God, I couldn't believe it. My friend, that was when I knew people that actually cared for me during that period. I thought I was going to come back for an extra year. I just had to just pray and hand every other thing to God. Pray to God that I passed that course. I was begging God a C or a CD or even a D, just so I won't come back, pay an extra school fees to write that course. Because in Poly we have gradings A, B, 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 A, something B, C, then C, C, D, before D and F, and it was 80. So I was just praying for like, let me just pass and carry my wahala and go. It was first semester ND2. This stuff is really taking my time. I don't know if I'm doing this thing well. But the last time I demo plan was last year, October. So guys, why I round up with this? Guess what? I actually passed. I got a C in that course by the grace of God. Yes, by the grace of God. Because it wasn't even my own power. I thought I was going to fail. I was so in so much panic. I reached out to my friends. I was so much in panic. Because imagine I was planning to go for direct entry and having an extra year for just one course. Not that I didn't prepare for the course, just that I slept off and forgot that I'm supposed to be in the exam hall and not sleeping. People were asking me, what about your roommate? Was she not aware you were having exam? I was just defending my roommate because maybe she had no idea I was having an exam. But was she not supposed to have an idea I'm having an exam? Because she saw me go for ninth class, and I only go for ninth class when I'm having an exam the next day. And she saw that I even dressed because I was already dressed up when I was sleeping on the bed. But it's not her fault. Me, I'm one person that I hate to blame people for my failure. I hate to blame people for my failure. I so much hate to blame people for my failure. So I just carry my cross. So I was just defending her. So this is what we've removed. I don't know if you can see. This is what we've removed so far. Let me see if I can do more before I clean my face. I actually was defending her before my classmates when they were like, "What about your roommate? Wasn't she aware that you were having an exam and all those stuff?" When my results came out, I did not remember what happened because I passed. Actually passed. A C is a win. A win is a win. Though it actually made my GPA come down, so I had to put extra work in my year second semester in the two so I can meet up with my GPA for direct entry because there's actually a GPA for direct entry. So if you don't meet up with it, no direct entry for you. So I was just so happy I passed. Let's round up with this. If you've made it to this part of this video, please do well to like and subscribe. I think I'll just finish up off camera. So lovelies, I'm done planning my face and this is the much hair I got. The last time I did this was in October last year. I said let me try it again because I've been having this kind of weird breakouts on my face recently. I said let me just plan. So after planning, I'm not just going to add any skin product or anything. I'll raise off the aloe vera shortly and I'll stay away from sun for the meantime. Though I have somewhere to go, I need to go and fix my hair. Maybe I'm going with a face cap to shade my face and I'll be going in with sunscreen before going out. So see you guys in my next video. If you've gotten to this part of this video, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Bye.